Hey everyone, today we drove deep out on a logging road and we're gonna find a spot to turn around. At this point we can't go any further. The road has just become so bad. Right here we have a little bit of water trickling over the road. On satellite images we saw this gigantic beaver swamp. It's huge. They must have killed thousands of little trees to make this place. It's insanely big. You see the land right there. And here, that probably started its life as a drainage ditch a very long time ago. See, beavers are even trying to dam this. This is a beaver trail. Look at this. Beavers going back and forth. See that? Through the water, up and through. Look at that. Up, over. Constant beaver activities. This right here, the excavator years ago made that channel because the elevation's not that good out here. They did that to make sure the water can get away from the road very efficiently. Here's the culvert. They even put a cage here on the end so the beaver can't walk up it and cause a clog. You don't see these very often. A lot of times the culvert will actually clog that thing up, but it's good they built that because if it clogged, the water could come up and over. They didn't just put it on the end, so that's pretty smart. Beavers didn't build inside. In fact, the pipe's not even clogged. Look at this. The pipe is not even clogged. They built another square box right here, which prevented it from getting clogged, but the beavers eventually built this massive dam, creating a pond that's probably 4 or 5 feet deep. It's just incredibly big. We're gonna get back in the truck now, and I'll show you how bad the road conditions were getting out here. If we were to continue down this road, it forks off even further, but road conditions will not allow us to continue. It just gets worse and worse. It actually looks like water up there trickling across the road quite heavily. Trying to wash off my boots before I get back in the truck with too much mud. The mud out here is kind of like clay. Hard to get off. Right here next to the truck is the Beaver Lodge, which looks very active. All right, everyone, we're back in the truck, and now I gotta back up a ways. We're in 4-wheel drive. Just gotta carefully back out of here, and there's a really good area to turn around, but I have to back up a few hundred feet now. It's very muddy and bad, these road conditions at the moment. But we got an exciting ride back. A couple of miles on this road. Ooh. Just trying to keep it nice and straight. A little bit of a pothole there. It's a really big beaver pond. As you see, it's still going. And in the rear view mirror, it's still going, the beaver pond. The thing is huge. But this is one of the forgotten logging roads. This is one that's literally actually temporary. Just as it splits off a few times, goes to logging sites, and they're not going to use this road again for probably a couple of decades. So they don't care if what the beavers do with it at the meantime. Now it's just a fun ATV trail covered in water and mud. Be coming up to that clearing by now, somewhere soon. I think I see the clearing in the rear view mirror. Something's opening up. Does it start clearing? Yes, it is. Finally got a place we can turn around. I'm surprised I was able to back up so far without having to correct at all on such a narrow road. I feel like the dirt roads over time do make me a lot better of a driver. Now this road here, despite being kind of overgrown, is in pretty good shape. It's got some large potholes, but nothing too severe. A few dips up here that were severe enough on the way in. I bottomed out a couple of times onto the trailer hitch, but nothing too bad. See, like dips like this, doesn't seem like too much. There's a couple of them that are a little bit worse than that I will probably hit again on the way out. This is the perfect type of road to go camping on for a while, though. Not many people go down here by the looks of it. I'd say maybe one a week, the way it's grown in. A couple of week. Alright, this might be one of the spots I bottomed out. We have quite the crater here we gotta drive through. Yeah, you probably heard that. We bottomed out on the hitch. Here's some more rough road. Oh, we hit the hitch again. Now this used to be a full 2-lane road, so there's a lot of space on either side you're not seeing. So when something like this happens, a tree falls into the road, there's a ton of room to get around it. Let's see. And this road, just like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it has, hit the hitch again, absolutely massive drainage ditches. And a lot of nice beautiful flowers coming out this time of year. I'm starting to get a little late in the season, very early September. The drainage ditch on this road is unusual. It's like 30 feet off to either side. They left so much space before the ditch. You got the 2-lane road, then it slightly tapers off on each side, like slight enough that back when it was active, it looks like you would have been able to park on that and still have 2 lanes. This was a very wide road at one point. I don't know why though. It just goes to a dead end. Usually the log trucks will use CB radios to make sure only one of them is on the narrow road at a time. Alright, here's another swamp. Very wide open. Or maybe we could call it a bog instead of a swamp, because I see a lot of little trees growing out there in the grass. Up here we're coming up into a fork and the road will get slightly better. One end of the fork is even worse than this road. I don't think I'd make it down there a couple 100 feet. Definitely not going to try it. I'll show you. We'll take a turn to the left and show you how bad that actually is. Lots of nice camping spots too. I could drive down there to the right. Quite nice. Let's turn left. Alright, you see down this road, we turn to the left. I wouldn't go any further than this. It just deteriorates really fast, if you can see that. To the left, this giant hump is a beaver dam. At some point this road was much more flooded, and that beaver pond is a couple feet below capacity for some reason. Maybe the road broke, but right here I definitely would bottom out. That's just so high right there. In the middle of the road, that's a giant rock. Kind of looks like a tree stump, but it's got to be a rock. And we're gonna back all the way out of this again. Not nearly as long as the last ride. Now pile of moose poop on the road. Right here to the right, this giant hump is another beaver dam, and the beaver dam has some seepage because the water's so much above the road surface, it causes all this mud. Pretty bad mud. Makes the road bumpy like this. Oh, hit the hitch again. Sticky mud again. Ooh. That just goes to show how much I'm actually sinking in this mud, that the hitch keeps hitting with over a foot of clearance under it. We're gonna hit again. Right here is probably the culvert. Yep. Exactly where it was. See, if these pipes aren't unclogged, if there's no preventative maintenance, once they get plugged, beavers will eventually build a dam across the whole road, and they'll keep making it bigger and bigger until they get relocated or the road severely washes out at a time of year when they can't build back. Winter, something like that. Early spring when things are starting to thaw, but there's still ice on the pond. They can't build back with the ice. Then something like a predator might come and eat them all. Those are the situations where they would naturally just disappear. It's not too common though. Now the road's in pretty good shape for the most part. Bunch of crows up here. Road's in such horrible shape that I'm surprised it actually has a new looking bridge up here. I'll show you in a minute. Maybe it's just being maintained so that snowmobilers can use it in the winter. That might be why. bridge is around the next corner. It's coming up real quick. And there's the sign saying slow because the bridge is around here. See, it's a very new looking bridge, and just look at the decking on it. Yeah, this is like a snowmobile trail, I think, just because the decking is so thin. It can hold vehicle traffic, but it's not. Usually it's rugged railroad ties that they build the logging bridges out of. I'm just going to show you for a minute how beautiful it is off the bridge. Let me back up a minute. And the other side. Ooh, look at that bird. What's that? Is that an eagle? Is that an eagle over there? Right here on the edge of the road, look at this. Someone was camping and they made a fire pit that close to the road. Look at that. It's got toilet paper in it. Alright, another half a mile to the main artery. You see this arrow here pointing down into nothing? That's definitely a snowmobile trail. Look at this. That's definitely a snowmobile trail, the way that's being maintained. Hit the hitch again. See, we're the only tire track to have come down here in a while since it rained. Another really big dip. Ooh, hit the hitch pretty hard that time. Ooh, that was a big one. All right, made it back to the main road. Time to keep on exploring. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.